All right. So really, this is just kind of like what's new, what's happening, kind of a presentation. All right. So for the treasurer's page, which I'm hoping everybody knows where it's at, hoping that everybody got their presentations and stuff printed out for the conference. The only thing really that's new up there now is we've issued some new bulletins. I tell you that we are working towards getting out notifications when those bulletins are being posted. We realize that I think that's just kind of fallen aside, so we're trying to make sure that everybody's aware when we post new bulletins up there so that you have that resource. Okay, on our website, and you know what? Let's do this. I changed my mind. I'm going to do this a different way. You've got the presentation. You can look at it. Okay. Treasurer's page. I think a question just came in or something.
Well, Kathy, but don't forget to mention that if this investment is over 2 years, the added interest to the principal affects your 25% of total investments over 2 years, and yes, it does. That wasn't the point of it, but you are correct. So, thank you.
Okay. Got it. All right. I'm just going to show you the website instead of trying to show you screenshots. So, anyway, yesterday we talked about 511.1, Tuesday we talked about 511.127, which is where you report any kind of loss or theft of public funds. This is the treasurer's page, sorry. If you scroll down to the very, very bottom, you'll see responsibilities under 511.127. That is where you're going to click on this little gray arrow right there. It's not letting me. Okay. And it is going to drop down this form. This is the form that you will fill out and you will submit. So like we were talking about, if you are doing your bank reconcilement at the end of the month and you see that somebody has gotten in there, you know, from an outside and taken some money and you're doing all that, this is where you're going to report it, okay? This is the thing I really wanted to show you too. All right, saying it is still on here, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh my God. Okay. I'm taking you out to the county's page. This is where you would normally go, where you're going to pick treasurer right here. But just stay on this page. You know, Lori and I, again, love internal controls. Love them, love them, love them. And we, and I say we, and I mean that as the State Board of Accounts, created best practices. Actually, it was Stephanie Heath who worked really, really hard on this, along with another director of ours, Jonathan Weiniger, and they put this together. I don't want to spend a ton of time on it, so if you have questions, you know, call us, since we're starting to run a little bit over. But what I wanted to show you is, let's look at bank account reconciliations. If you click on this, it brings up this fillable PDF form. It is very long. I think this one's 4 pages. It goes over all 5 components of internal control. It asks you questions. It gives you things to think about as you are creating your internal control procedures. Okay? So this kind of gives you a starting point. Now, this one is what we call the long form. It is everything that we could possibly think of to ask. Is it all inclusive? Could something be missing? Possibly. Depends on how your office runs. But we started thinking, okay, this is a long form. I mean, all you have to do is click on these little boxes and they fill in, okay, to help you design your process. So while we have the long form, we also created a snapshot. So if you click on the snapshot underneath the best practice that you're interested in, it gives you kind of an abbreviated version. What we did is we took the things that we think are the most important and put them into this document to get the ball rolling maybe a little bit quicker. Both documents are a huge resource. We hope that you use them when implementing internal controls. What I do want to share is that while these are fillable, if you fill them out while you're in the website, they will not save. You can come up to the top here and download them. This little arrow right here. It will download onto your computer, and it is still fillable, and it will save. Okay? So if you have any questions about that, you can call us. But we're hoping that this is going to be very, very useful. There are several best practices up here. If you kind of want to go down through them all, there's a lot of them. So if you take a chance, look at them, see what you can make out of them. Okay? That was so abbreviated. Okay. Lori was speaking yesterday about memos, and we're talking about emergency plans and all that stuff that you need. One thing that she spoke about was the memos, the directives, information that's been sent out by us. This is our home page. If you scroll down on this page, you will see, excuse me, I swallowed wrong. You will see the SBOE information on the coronavirus. These are all the policies, directives that we have issued. If you continue to scroll down, there is some information from DLGF, information from the Public Access Counselor. There's some a joint agency memo, and then executive orders. Okay? So it's kind of a good place to start. We've tried to put it all together for you to help out during this time. Okay. We'll come back to Gateway here in just a second. So the other thing that we are working on, we're working on a few different things. Frequently asked questions. We do get lots of questions that are around the same topic, especially when a hot topic or something like that comes up. What we have done in the past is we have always taken your questions. We have wrote them down. We have put them in the next bulletin that we put out so that your questions have been answered and they're all in that document. We are still going to do that. That's not going to change at this point. But what we're also doing is we're doing that along with putting them into a format that they will go onto our website, and you will be able to look in those frequently asked questions and be able to search them for your answers as well. All right, so it won't just be housed in just the bulletins, but it will be in the frequently asked questions. Again, we are starting to work on this. This one's probably closer to reality than a lot of things, I think, at this point, but we will let you know as soon as that goes live. We're pretty excited about some of these website changes. One of the other big changes that we are working on is bulletins. Lori spent so much time last year, beginning of this year, and took all of the bulletins from like the past 10 years, created a document, and they are topical. They're not live yet. We are still playing with them. But instead of you having to search 10 different documents, having one topical based on the topic bulletin section as part of our uniform compliance guidelines. So again, still to come. That one is very, very new in its stages. So we'll let you know as that kind of evolves. The other thing we've kind of briefly touched about this before is YouTube videos. We do have a YouTube channel. We have several videos that are put out there. In fact, this video will eventually make its way over there once we get it broke down. So you can kind of go there and you can check out some of those. We're trying to put together some other small little ones that, if you have a question, you can go and you can watch that video or watch it 2 or 3 times, whatever you need, just some extra resources out there for you. All right, but again, these are all work in progress. They're not, there are YouTube videos, but there's just a little bit. Okay, I talked about, okay, sorry, Gateway. We talked about Gateway earlier, and I just kind of wanted to show you what it looked like. If you go to monthly and annual engagements, I wanted to show you that box. Adams County, you're up here at the top, so sorry, Tom. Yeah. All right, so anyway, this is the box you will all see right here. This is where that direct request will come. You will get an email. When you log in, the direct request will still be located in this section as well. All right, and then when you go to upload it, right here is, sorry, I keep looking up there. Right here is where you're going to upload it. There's not been a direct request here, so I don't have it. But in this menu at the bottom would say direct, instead of annual, it would say direct request. You would click on that, and then whatever the file type, you'll select over here and you'll upload it just like you do your monthly and annual uploads. All right, again, the emails are going to have all that information for you, way better instructions than I just gave you, or you can contact Lori and I. We can help you.
Tom wants you to know that Adams is Indiana's #1 county.
Okay, yeah, I stopped sharing. I know. Okay. So, State Board of Accounts is, I want to kind of give you, I told you about remote auditing. Well, I kind of want to give you an idea of what we're doing, since we're not in the field and performing audits. We are working remotely. We work from our home most of the time. The only time we're coming into the office as of now is when something requires us to come in for some reason. This conference has been one. My internet, I live in a very rural community. My internet is not great. You can ask Lori. We'll be talking and then I'm gone. So
I don't know if it's always accidental. Sometimes it might be on purpose, but.
So they are working. They did get me a hotspot, and it has been working beautifully. It does have a slow connection at sometimes. So I feel more comfortable sitting here with you knowing that our connection at least is stable. So, but we are working remotely. We are still working the same hours that we worked before. We are in constant communication with each other. We're still answering emails. We're trying to get to you. I'm going to be honest, it has been crazy probably the last month. Emails are coming in, not just, your normal emails, but these, COVID has really, there's a lot of questions out there. So we are trying our best to get to you as soon as possible. Please have patience with us as we go through this. Phone calls. We are taking phone calls, but also understand that our phones are kind of run through the internet as well. So sometimes if you call and you think you've been hung up on, you weren't. It was probably just the phone somehow disconnected. Please try back. If you get some kind of voicemail thing, send us an email. Can you give us a call? Laura and I will give you a call. Not a problem. So just have kind of some patience with us on that. Or like Tom tried to call me yesterday, and I left here, got home, and I never even signed into my phone. So they couldn't send me anything. But he sent me an email, and I called him right back. So like I said, just bear with us during this. We are again disappointed that we didn't get to see you guys in person. We're really hoping that you enjoyed, this venue that we put on, this conference. It's, I know we've had some hiccups with audio. Audio seems to be the biggest hiccup. We will kind of work through that. Really, I think we've had more audio issues in this one than we have in anything else. Yeah. So I don't know what that is. I will have our IT people take a look because we do want to, we want you to be able to hear everything that we're saying.
The point.
Yeah, right?
Kind of the point.
Okay. I was going to show you a picture of my puppy dog and her cat, but, there are, like I said, at-home work buddies, but I'm not going to bring that back up. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of questions, so I do want to go over a few housekeeping items before we sign off for good, I guess. Kind of sad, actually,
yeah.
that it's the sign-off. So I want to kind of talk about the WebEx invites. Again, this is all new to us as well. So when we send out the invites, this has been kind of a confusion to everybody, not, just every conference that we have put on. We only send WebEx invites to the elected official. So in your case, the treasurer, all right? There's 92 of you. I have to hand enter all of that information into the WebEx system. There are errors that can be made. The admin side of this is very, very detailed and can be very difficult. So we have decided that with 92 of you, that's about what I can handle as far as entering it all in. So we send those to you. Once you registered, you should have gotten an email straight from WebEx with a green button attached that says join event. That email is what you should have forwarded off to all of the people that you wanted to partake in this, okay? I don't have that email. That's not something I can send out to people, okay? You can only get that once you do that registration. So if we ever do this again, please understand, I'm trying. It's a lot to get taken care of. The other thing I wanted to put out was we need to talk about certifications, all right? So we didn't travel. We don't need certifications for travel expenses or anything like that, but what is needed is certifications for training hours. Treasurers are the only ones who are required the training hours per statute. Treasurers are the only ones who will be receiving certifications, okay? So when we send those out, those will go only to the elected official, which is the treasurer, okay? Next week, I will be working up a survey to send out. I keep getting some weird feedback here.
I don't know why it's so big.
I'll be working on a survey. I'll get that out at some time. What did you like? What didn't you like? I already know audio was kind of off, so we will work on that part. But did you like doing 3 days with 2-hour sessions? Would you rather do 2 half days, maybe? Full day is kind of hard. We'll do it if we ever have to do it again. But just, those kinds of questions that I'm going to have out. So I would really appreciate any feedback that you have. This being the first year we're doing this, we really want to utilize this. And even after we hopefully go back to a normal, maybe we could provide some smaller trainings with our regular conference. But I need to know what works and what doesn't, okay? So be as honest as you can with me. I would really appreciate it. All questions that you have submitted either through email or through the chat, when this is complete, I will take all of those and put them together, and it will be in the next bulletin. And again, we'll send a mass email out to let you know when that bulletin is put out. It will be in September, just FYI. We have recorded each and every day, all right? So far, the last 2 days have worked perfectly, so hopefully today's is going to work just as great. I send those off to our IT person. I have him break them up into smaller bites. So you're not going to have a 2-hour conference that you're going to watch. It's going to be broke up by topic. So if you are really interested in watching Lori's investments again, you'll be able to click on that and only hear the part about the investment. That way you're not trying to wade through, trying to figure out where it started, where it stopped, okay? We did that for the auditors. We found it very beneficial. They liked that, so you can go back and watch those. The videos will also show up on our YouTube channel as well. Outside of that, I think that's it. So we want to thank you for coming, for being fun. Even though we didn't see you, we do find you guys very enjoyable, very fun. We miss being with you. I've heard rumors of food fights. I don't know that I want to be a part of it, but
Not food fights, food tosses.
Food tosses, but I'll watch. So we hope that we can get together in an in-person format the next time. Hopefully this whole thing, we get a cure or we get some vaccines going on here. We hope you found everything educational. And as far as that goes, I think I'm going to turn it over to Tom. So I need you to give me about maybe 5 minutes. I need to make some adjustments on my end. They're going to hold an association meeting. So I need to get stuff sent over to him. But again, we really appreciate you guys all tuning in. And have a wonderful day. All right?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For your attention, for your time, participation, patience.
Patience. Okay, let me pull up.
Don't sign out because you have an association meeting.
Yes, please don't sign out.